Ah, the Phoenix, or as I like to call it, the Super Saiyan Big Bird.
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Kyuranger DX HOUOU Blade and HOUOU Shield. So here we are, and there they are, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, we have the blade, we have the shield, we have HOUOU Soldier right there. On this side of the box, we have all of our Kyurangers, all of them, so many. So many Rangers right now, so many. On this side of the box, we have a very cool image of HOUOU Soldier. I love his design, really do. Up top, we have another image of all of our Rangers. So many. On the bottom, again, another image of all of the Rangers. On the back of the box, we have your obligatory product shots. It does this, that, the other, all that stuff. And you have Sad Pac-Man! And that's basically it for the packaging. So moving right along, here we have the HOUOU Blade and the HOUOU Shield, the weapon and transformation device for HOUOU Soldier, the 12th Kyuranger in this series. Yes, 12. 12! We have 12 Rangers! That's a lot. 12. 12, anyway. We will take a look at the shield and blade in a little bit, but first we will take a look at the included Tama. Here we have the HOUOU Tama, which is, as you can see, number 12, is done in a nice transparent red plastic and also has this little sparkly flecks in it, which looks very, very nice. Molding-wise, it's the same Tama goodness we are used to seeing. Got the pins on the bottom, all that good stuff. And of course you have part of the image on the front, part of the image on the back, and when you spin it around, you get the whole image there of the Phoenix. And HOUOU does translate to Phoenix, which is also the name of the constellation it represents. And of course, if we backlight this with my trusty flashlight here, you can see, I don't know how well, you can see the Phoenix there kind of shooting fireballs. Don't know how well you can see that, but it's there. It's there. So, there you have that. So without further ado, let's bring in our Seiza Blaster and do some Seiza-ing. So let's go! Start change! HOUOU. There you go. Now we'll do our attack. Like that. Do our big attack. And we'll summon our Voyager. And now we'll control our Voyager. Have a wing flapping noise. And now we will dock. And we can keep docking. Oh, everyday docking. And there you go. So there you have the HOUOU Tama in the Seiza Blaster. So there you have that. So now on to the main event, the HOUOU Shield and the HOUOU Blade. So first we will take a look at the shield, and you can see the shield has that cool Phoenix design done in red. The shield itself is done in that silver-ish plastic. You do have some nice gold paint, not a lot, just some little bits here and there on these bottom little spiky bits. These bits are done in a soft plastic, so you don't have to worry about breaking those off. You got the handle here on the back. You got a little bit of molded detail back here, and some molded detail on the inner portion here of the shield. And yeah, not a whole lot to it. As you can see, it's Very, very small, nowhere near as big as the shield on the show, but of course this is meant for a child. The handle itself, as you can see, not a whole lot of room in here to hold this comfortably. I can get my fingers in here, it's a little bit cramped, but yeah, I mean, again, this is meant for a child, but yeah, not too terribly comfortable for an adult to hold. I mean, granted, I have little girl hands, so I can still, you know, wrap all 4 fingers around this, but, you know, in the hands of someone with actual adult man hands, that's probably not going to work out too well. You'll probably end up with, like, you know, 1 or 2 fingers kind of hanging out the bottom there, but yeah, it's pretty dinky for what it is. So there is the HOUOU shield. And here is what we're going to get all of our lights and noises out of. Here is the HOUOU blade. And you can see it's a nice looking sword. You can see right here at the end, you have the phoenix head done in red. And you get some nice metallic green there for the eye. And you get some nice molded details. You get some more of that metallic red. You got the spot here for your Tama. And some nice molded details here. Going down the blade itself, a little bit of detail. You got some more details here. Done in a nice metallic red. And on the back side, not a whole lot of paint going on. You got that little bit of red right there, and just the green on this eye right there. So your battery compartment is right here. It takes 2 AAAs. Here is your speaker, and here is your on-off switch. And yeah, and just for a comparison, here it is with Q, the weapon, and its sword configuration, the Q sword. And you can see pretty much as large as the Q sword. So there you have that. So what are we going to do now? Well, we're not going to get down to the noises first. There is one thing I want to explain. Now, what you're going to do with the sword is the sword actually stores inside the shield. So you take the sword and just plug it into the slot here, like that, and the sword is now locked in place. So here we have the whole look of the sword and shield combined. And now the sword is locked, like locked dead solid in here. Now there are 2 separate locking points for the sword itself. Now, there are 2 separate locking points here for the sword. One is on the shield. You have this little black button right here, and when you push it, you can see this little tab retracts. That's one locking point. The other locking point is on the sword itself, and you can see right here, there are 2 tabs, and when you pull the trigger, those little tabs right there retract. So when you have the sword plugged into the shield, if you just push the button on the shield, the sword's not going to come out. That's still locked in place. So you have to hold this button down and hold the trigger down to retract the sword, and that's how that works. So just wanted to demonstrate that. So there you have that. And right here is the spot for our Tama. And yeah, you can see there's some nice little detail in there. Didn't know if I got a good close-up of that, but there you go, just so you can see it. So yeah, now we can get down to some noises. So let us extract the shield, extract the sword rather. And we'll get down to some noises. So your on-off switch is right here. Turn it on, and you get the typical activation noise, and you get a nice bright red LED that goes off in there. Now when we pull the trigger, get a slashing noise, pull it again, get another slashing noise, pull it again. You get 3 separate slashing noises, which is pretty cool. Kind of rapid fire those if you want to. And there you go. Now, when you plug the sword into the shield, you get this noise. Right there. And when you extract the sword, you get that noise. So there you have that. So there you go. So now, without further ado, let's change, shall we? Let's change. So we're going to take the Tama and plug it into the sword. Now, I don't know how you can see this, but you can see the spot for the Tama is a specific shape, and it goes either way, so you can plug it in this way, or you could plug it in that way, just so long as you have the shape lined up properly. So we're going to plug in the Tama. And when you're ready to change, you're going to hold down the trigger. Get some cool standby music. And when you're ready to change, just extract the sword. So, start change. So there you go. You have now transformed into HOUOU Soldier. And when we pull the trigger again, tells you what it is, just in case you forgot. And then you just go right back to your slashing noises. And there you have that. So now we will plug the sword back into the shield. And we'll get down to some other noises. So now to get the other noises out of the sword, we're going to hold the trigger down again. I feel like I'm in the club. Okay, anyway. Again, extract the sword. And there you have your galaxy attack. So now we will plug the sword back into the shield. And hold down the trigger again. Sorry, okay. Here we go. So we have summoned our Voyager. So I have that. And hold down the trigger again. So there you have the docking. And now hold the trigger down again. And now you've done some super docking. So there you have that. And now we will move on to our attack. So hold it on. Hold blah, 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 blah. This is where my tongue stopped working. Hold the trigger down again. Now, what? Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyway, I just gotta dance. It makes me dance. But anyway, at this point, you don't want to extract the sword. You just want to push the trigger again. So it says HOUOU shield and does an attack there. So from this point on, all you're going to do is just push the trigger and we're going to get more noises here. 13 in total. Now, right off the bat, I want to apologize because I could not get translations for these noises. I looked everywhere, could not find nothing. I could not translate them out of the instructions. Sorry, I did the best I could, but I could not get translations. But we can still listen to the noises. So let's push the trigger. Yay. Push it again. Ah. Again. That was pretty. Okay. Next. Now I feel uplifted. Anyway, next. Next. I feel inspired now. Next. You stay focused. Next. I feel like I'm in a soap opera now. Next. Caribbean music? I don't know. Next. So you have that. Next. That was short and sweet. Next. And there you go, it just cycles back to HOUOU Shield. So there you have all of those noises, and that is basically it for the HOUOU Blade and the HOUOU Shield. Now, one thing to note, when you want to remove the Tama, you don't want to just yank it out, you do want to just kind of take it and angle it forward. And it's still, I mean, it's locked in there pretty well, but you just want to angle it forward. Like that, and pop it out. It is pretty, you know, it does lock in there very securely, but you don't want to just yank it out because you don't want to risk breaking those little tabs there, so you just want to kind of angle it forward as you're pulling it out. And one more thing to mention about the HOUOU Blade, the sword itself does not have a reader. The only thing the Tama is doing is just pushing this black button right here in the center. So it doesn't matter what Tama you have plugged in there, it will always say HOUOU Tama and make the corresponding noises. So just wanted to make sure you knew that little tidbit of information. So there you go. There you go. There you have the HOUOU Shield and the HOUOU Blade. Very cool. I dig it. I really do dig it. I love all the sounds it makes. Love the standby music. I mean, that's just, you know, I feel like I'm in the club when the standby music's going on. I love that. Love that. Very danceable music, and I dig it. I dig it very much. I've been playing with this toy a lot, just basically just dancing to the standby music. It's a lot of fun. More fun than it should be, probably, but very, very cool. I dig it. So there you have that. Now, I picked this up from CS Toys, but of course there are many other sites you can go to for stuff like this if you are interested, such as Hobby Link Japan, Ami Ami, Hobby Search, Mandarake. Of course, there's always eBay and Amazon, but do be wary of their pricing. You can also check out BigBadToyStore.com for some Super Sentai items. You can check their site linked in the description down below. You can also check out my Kyuranger playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Kyuranger DX HOUOU Blade and HOUOU Shield, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face.